Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for my next episode of Fun with my skid steer. And first thing I want to show you is one of the things when you're dealing with a ramp that's designed for cars. This one right here had got broke. This was my grandfather's trailer. My brother borrowed it, he broke that piece. Never got it fixed, and that little bit of difference is what torqued this whole thing out. I should have got that repaired before I put this together, and that's what's caused that thing to bend out of there, because you can see the other one there is perfectly fine, but that little bit of structural insecurity there has tweaked that whole thing. So I'm going to put my jack stand up underneath, right down in here when I go to load it back up. But I also want to show you, you can see the difference in height. That board was virtually touching the trailer when I first had it loaded. So when you go to load it the first time, you want to leave yourself some gap, because if not, if I would have made that board the height of that trailer, I would not be able to get the wood back out from underneath it once I put the skid steer up on the trailer. So that's a little bit of the trailer loading, unloading. This is a little bit of, you can see how deep I'm talking about. We're about 5-6 inches down of decent rock that I want to scrape out of here. I'm going to bring it on over probably to about this far is where I'm going to scrape it out at. And I just found myself no, never mind. That's off an old wheel. But anyway, I thought I found myself a bolt. I lost a nut out here a long time ago. That's not it. So anyway, but there's a lot of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and finish scraping that up here in a little bit. What I've done is over here, you can see the skid steer sitting in the driveway still. This is all my drive, and I've been kind of semi-flattening it out right now. The drive had been, over the years, has kept putting more and more rock on it. No one ever scraped it down to start over. And what happened was it made it really high here, and this had raised up so much that this whole front yard would flood really bad. So I backfilled this yard quite a bit because I didn't have the equipment, and it was easier bringing dirt than it was trying to scrape the drive out. I'm going to go ahead and finish scraping this drive down. Probably, I'm going to guess another probably 3 or 4 inches is what I'm aiming for. So I have more of a slope from that north drive all the way down to the yard and drain off the south drive. Then when I come in, I'll put more rock in. And my biggest thing is I want this front part here by the street to be higher than it is back by the house a little bit to help drain the water out that way. I'm going to go grab a hand shovel and do a little bit of work right here. Some of these bigger clods right in here, I'm going to go ahead and try and clean them up a little bit, kind of set a boundary, kind of see where the rock is, know where my drive kind of stops, then go from there. You can also tell here, I'm not sure you're going to show up, there's a lot of red shell. This is basically like your brick debris. Really good stuff there. I've got good semi-level. It's all going to get pushed down a little bit farther as I go. I'm going to keep kind of pushing the stuff off the top and make that back edge over there. So I'll have to come in this way. I'm going to go ahead and finish leveling this out, backfill this a little bit. But one of the things I did do is I pulled out 4 of these giant big slabs here. A couple of them have got cracked and moving them, not a big deal, but there's rebar and stuff in there. Decent slabs. I'm hoping to, if I can get this done right, once I get this driveway semi-leveled out, I haven't decided if I'm going to put them in the main drive, which is where I park all the time, or going to put them on the side that's going to be settling more as I go. But I'm hoping to kind of set those these giant slabs of concrete in and kind of almost make a concrete drive. And then I'll bring in my actual, I don't know, I'm probably gonna go with about 15 ton of rock, and then I'll level it all out and kind of level around the edges. And that's my goal. Whether it'll happen that way or not, I do not know, but that's my main goal. So I've got some other stuff in the back I want to do, a bunch of different things. I got to move some stuff around, but right now this is my main purpose. And my theory eventually will be, as I get this finished out, I want to go ahead and continue backfilling all the way through past over here up to these trees and then back down that whole ditch. The theory is, as I keep getting more and more, loads of dirt or whatever, I'll just keep pushing myself out. I got to kind of stop here and then start working my way, but I got to get this leveled out where it's somewhat usable. It's super soft to walk on. You can see I can make footprints in it real easily as it drops down in there. So keep pushing this stuff off the edge and everything's looking good. So the skid steer is doing great. A couple times I was down off that ledge. The one time trying to grab one of those big old chunks of concrete, trying to back up. It's a big hill, and the front wanted to tilt down on me, so I had to unload it, come back, re-grab it, and it works that way. The one thing I also did do is I hooked the chain. I should have tried to grab some video, but it's so hard to operate both hands. I'm here by myself, so nobody can film me. I ran a chain from the back of the bucket right here over to the other side of the bucket and let it droop down. It was about a 2 foot, 3 foot loop that drooped down, and I would just come up and hook the corner of the brick and the slabs and stuff, and I would just have the chain come right up underneath and hook like this corner right here, and then just tilt it up and just roll it backwards. So I just kept backing up and just basically flipped my slabs as I went. Made it super simple, but that's why this one got busted. If this was fancy, you know, granite or something like that, I would have actually made a web sling for it. This is junk. I don't care about it. All big, no big deal there. So everything's looking nice. I'm going to level this stuff out, and I'm going to go ahead and scrape some more of this stuff off, keep pushing it that way. And I want this to be about 3 inches shallower than what I want my permanent drive to be. That I can bring in my rock and bring it up with good driveway rock. So that's where I'm at. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.